The CEO saw a girl covered in wounds walking down the street. She poured alcohol on her cuts without even blinking. The CEO immediately told his assistant to check if she needed help, but the girl refused right away. She even noticed the car's gas tank had been tampered with. The assistant checked and was shocked to confirm it was true. If they drove it, the car would definitely explode. The CEO instantly grew curious about the girl, not knowing she was the mysterious expert he had been searching for. The girl had been adopted by the Cades family, but right after the old master passed away, her foster parents kicked her out of the house, all because the old man had left her an inheritance. They wanted to keep it all for themselves. As she left, the Cades' daughter tossed her only $3, but none of them knew her real fortune was thousands of times greater than theirs. The only thing she cared about was the grandfather who had truly loved her. At the Shin family gate, she kowtowed 3 times, then went to her aunt for shelter, though poor her aunt and cousin gave her their only bed, and slept on the floor in the living room. The girl quickly called her best friend, and asked her to buy a big house downtown for her aunt. The next day she went to the antique market, hoping to buy back the jade bracelet her grandpa had pawned years ago, but the shop owner ignored her because she was young, until he saw $5 million in her bank account. Then he changed his face and treated her with respect. Just then an important client called the shop, offering to pay even more for the bracelet. That rival buyer turned out to be the same CEO she had met on the roadside. In the end, the girl spent $40 million to win back the bracelet, leaving the CEO with mixed feelings. On her way home, she ran into a gang of thugs looking for trouble. The CEO happened to drive by. He wanted to show off in front of her, but he never got the chance. The girl easily took them all down, shocking him to the core. The CEO hurried over to thank her for warning about his car. He even offered her a ride home, and pulled out his phone to exchange contacts. She was about to agree, until she realized he was the one who had raised the price. Anger surged and she walked away. The CEO caught up and draped his coat over her shoulders, but she pushed it off without hesitation. He only laughed, thinking she was sharp. At least she would never be tricked easily. When the girl walked through the door, her aunt happily told her they were about to move into a big house, not knowing it was all arranged in secret by the girl. She swore she would repay her aunt's kindness. With her aunt's support, she returned to school, but her classmates despised her for bad grades and a bad reputation. No one wanted to share a desk with her. Some even warned her not to cause trouble, but she quickly put them in their place. The truth was she didn't need lessons at all. She was only there to go through the motions. Her deskmate peeked at her test paper, and found her methods were even sharper than the teacher's. On the way home, an old lady suddenly had a heart attack. Everyone panicked, too scared to act, but the girl didn't hesitate. She pulled out silver needles and began first aid. People accused her of fooling around, but in just 4 minutes, the old woman was revived. Everyone was stunned. The old lady was beyond grateful. She insisted on introducing her grandson to the girl. The two exchanged contacts, neither knowing her grandson was actually that CEO.